Hello and welcome to the third game of day number 16 for StarLadder Star Series, and we have got ourselves a game between Fota and DD. And just before we jump ourselves into the draft, here is a quick overview of all the scores so far, excluding today. So we already have had 2 matches today, so these scores are not including those yet. So we see Fota. We see them on, well, they're a bit sad. They have played 6 or 7 games. And they have lost 6 and won 1. For DD, they're doing okay for themselves. They're even. They're 3-on-3. 6 games played. They're going to be playing their 7th right now. Fota already has played their 8th today, but I won't be spoiling what that result was. But we're going to just base it on this, regardless on these scores. So these are the scores. So if you want to check out the scores for yourself, you can go to StarLadder.tv and then go to the Dota 2 part and go to the league part after you click on the British flag, and you will be able to see everything for yourself. Including, you can also calculate how much points all the teams still need, or otherwise watch the VOD of the game that we saw as the first one today, where I kind of exclaimed that, for a lot of people, because a lot of people have been asking that, I kind of explained that Navi's chances to be still in the top 4 is not reliant on themselves anymore. It's only reliant on Virtus.pro, Fnatic and Empire mostly, and no Tidehunter as well. And because of that, the more important game that we're going to be seeing soon is it's going to be Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be a great night of Dota. We're going to have Fnatic versus Empire and Navi versus Mouse, as well as 2 other matches, but these 2 are very important for the scores at the end of the season. Also on Thursday there's Empire versus no Tidehunter, and there's going to be Mouse versus Fnatic at some point still as well. But those are all very important games, so make sure you at least tune in on Wednesday. I do believe that it won't be only casted by me, because of course, like I said, that's important matches, so I do think that Beyond the Summit and Join Dota will be casting those as well. But anyways, let's first see this game. Fota versus DD. We have got an Enigma as the first pickup. That's something that we don't normally see. The Nyx was banned out, as well as the Wisp, the Cuddle, and the Bat, and that is going to be a standard bans, with DD taking a lot of time to pick up their first hero and then pick up the Enigma. I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to be playing with next, because, I mean...
10 seconds remaining.
This is going to be... Yeah, it's interesting. We just saw DD, I don't know if they were trolling or not, but they seem to be in quite of a hurry and in a maybe not too good of a mood, but that might just be... like I said, that might just be trolling. Fota, they're definitely not trolling, picking up the Gyrocopter and the Darkseer. Strong combination. They do give up the Fiend's Grip and the Lifestealer if DD wants it. With the Bane and Lifestealer, like I said, still in the pool. Heroes that we often see, and otherwise Fota can still pick up those for themselves. I mean, the Shadow Demon is still there as well if they want to have a hero that can set up for that Rocket Barrage anyway, which is also a Shadow Demon or a Bane. Could be working out both. And DD, they actually pick up the Rubik, so not going to be going for either of the heroes I just mentioned. Going for the Rubik, a hero that we do see frequently, and the Juggernaut, a hero that I wasn't really expecting. And a hero that we don't really see that often, unless there's a lineup that goes for very fast pushes, which we do see. But still interesting to see if they're indeed gonna be doing that. Let's see what Fota is gonna be picking up.
10 seconds remaining.
There, just had to do that. There goes the Shadow Demon. So that's still one that to set up those kills that we see, of course, or kills, Rocket Barrages. As I said, you want to have something that sets up anything actually, and Bane and Shadow Demons do that quite nicely for themselves. And the bans go on the way very fast, I have to say. DD, they ban up the Luna and the Undying, 2 heroes that I actually maybe were thinking about that DD might want to pick up for themselves, as they are very hard pushing heroes, and they already have shown, like, with the heroes that they have so far, they can push really hard. And that's also why we see Fota banning out the Tinker and the Lone Druid, purely because they want to ban out more pushing power. But DD also banning out the Magnus, so that's going to be... well, it's not really a pushing hero, but it's one of those heroes that if you're going to be having a pushing lineup for yourself, and you're going to be up against the Magnus, that at some point You're gonna go 5-man Dota and start pushing, and you don't want to be having to walk up against a Magnus that's ready for the reverse polarity for you. So that's a good one to ban out. Shadow Shaman is gonna be picked up, a hero that we had again don't or haven't seen in a long time, or at least I haven't. And again, a pushing hero with those wards shouldn't be underestimated. And oh my god, I am really looking forward to seeing a Shadow Shaman mid. Let's see that happening. Puck is gonna be picked up. Counter push a bit also for Fota with that illusionary orb, and of course also control, and that silence, meaning a lot to the Shadow Shaman and the Enigma as well. And we're gonna see if they can indeed get that control with that. Last pickup for DD is coming. I can't even guess what they want to go for here, because it looks like they have got a lineup in their mind and they want to just go for it without really paying attention about what Fota is really picking up, or the main heroes that people are normally picking up. Well, the only thing that we can maybe see is just a pushing hero, a hero that is definitely strong for pushing towers, like something like a Leshrac or an Enchantress with creeps. How could I forget Enchantress and Chen? It's gonna be an Enchantress, and Enchantress over Chen is normally picked up if you want to go pushing fairly early. So we might see a very early push on from DD. Doesn't look like they want to make this a long game. Let's see if they're actually gonna be able to do that though. Fota, they must now realize what they're going to be up against. And Darkseer is a pretty okay counter push hero. Puck is also, but they kind of would like a bit more, I would think. I mean, if you would expect a Puck mid, Darkseer offlane, they need a support that can counter push. Maybe something like an Earthshaker even can do a good job there, as Earthshakers can have that control also. If there's a pushing coming, they can just lay down a Fissure and it's all over. I'm kind of waiting for it. Just something that can counter push. Beastmaster, even a Beastmaster, then you would have to have the Darkseer in the jungle, I would think. Or maybe a jungle hero that can counter push, and I'm not gonna even say the Chen, because I don't think he would be a very good pickup right here. Nature's Prophet might be able to do it. Basically by having a split push and as well as his Nature's Wrath going through. Or maybe they're gonna say like we have enough, and no, never mind, that's counter push right there in a support. So that's gonna be a trial lane. Of course, the Venomancer wards are great against or great with counter pushing. They don't really push that fast for themselves, as the wards have piercing damage, so they do a bit extra damage to the creeps. So for counter pushing, it's great. For pushing, it's okay. But for counter pushes, Venomancer wards can of course set up for something very nice there, as we're gonna see how these teams are gonna lane this. We jump ourselves over to Fota first. We have Sharhan playing the Venomancer. We'll be prepared for battle on the Darkseer. Die. We'll be playing the Gyrocopter, and it will be again the stand-in Trip who will be playing the Puck, and Genka will be playing the Shadow Demon. As we also saw Fota playing with those exact same two stand-ins earlier today. We jump ourselves over to the bottom lane, where we see kind of a pop lane. It works out well though. I mean, you have a Shackle and then the Blade Fury. It's a great combination to see here, great combination to have. With Crit playing the Shadow Shaman, Juggernaut played by Shoxka, and Crit, I mean, he's not even, I don't think he's gonna be going mid, but he could be actually. He could be going mid. Crit is a hero that sometimes does go mid, so who knows. Fucking Mad will be playing the Rubik, it will be the Nino who will be playing the Enchantress, and oh, hello Fota. Crit, what you doing, Crit? He's dead. He is so dead. Telekinesis there to stun up people there, but Crit will be going down. First blood goes, prepare for battle. Oh, Shoxka has to get himself out of there. Already taking a lot of damage, and they might be even getting more here, as they are going for fucking Mad Rocket Barrage, and that is a second kill on the board for Fota. Their early game aggression that we saw earlier today as well is really paying off. And it is going to be Crit that will be going into the mid lane. I was still saying that Blur will be playing the Enigma on the top lane, and it will be... actually, I called the rest out already. So that is everybody. With 2 kills on the board for Fota, and more importantly, one of those going to the Gyrocopter, who's going to be here on an aggressive trial lane, and the other one going to the Darkseer, who actually got the first blood money there as well. So that will be him getting a bit ahead, and they're going to be running an aggressive trial lane. leaving Prepare for Battle alone on the top lane and gonna be up against Shoxka on the bottom lane. He will be having a tough time. He's not having a tri lane for himself. He has a dual lane with a semi-tri lane, I guess, with an Enchantress there. But I don't think they're gonna be able to help him all that much, as we see Shadow Demon already looking for something, with fucking Matt already having to back up as well. There's been wards here for the Dire side. Well, where's the other one? There's the other one. They really want to have the control of this part of the map. So we're gonna see how they're gonna be able to do that. Here comes a Gale as well. Gonna be hitting regardless. Fucking Matt gonna be harassed a bit, but Nino able to throw out some harassment up on a Shadow Demon himself. Telekinesis going off, but Sharon only a couple more hits away from killing off fucking Matt. He pops himself. Is gonna be enough? No, there's gonna be denied, and Nino able to do that since the Gale was on. And that's the downside of having a Venomancer there. And then slowly killing someone off. In the meantime, Puck versus Shadow Shaman. I think we have seen this matchup for the Fistful of Tangos. Can't remember who actually won there, but we're gonna see. Sentry Ward to clean out the wards here. Do they have their own Sentry Wards? No, they don't, so they're just gonna have to sit here for 3 minutes and hoping that they can clean out or wait until their own ward is still sitting alive there, but good luck with that. In the meantime, Shoxka is level 2, able to get a couple last hits, while Dai is getting a bit less actually. Shoxka on 5, Dai on 4. So that's it for him. Fucking Matt still can't really come all too close. Still having support standing around their own wards. They really don't want to defend their ward. And it's gonna be crit that's on 6 for 2, with Trip being on 7 for 1. So even on last hits. In theory, for now, it should be fairly even, though nobody can really kill each other off apart from if Puck. Whoa!
Invisibility.
That was a cool zap. I haven't seen the new zap thing yet. Oh,
Dire's middle tower
that's the ward. And that's gonna be fucking Matt getting locked in. Telekinesis still there. Shoxka coming in as well, and the Blade Fury as well. Shadow Demon in trouble. No more disruption to save his own life. Jenka is gonna be going down. Hey, you know what? I just remembered the first game that we saw was, of course, Fota versus Fnatic, and that ended up in 2 kills per minute. Actually, more than 2 kills per minute, because I was like 51 kills in 23 minutes. So, you know, be prepared, because Fota plays very aggressive. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Let's see how it works out in this case. But now the first kill at least going to DD, so they at least do something against this this bottom tri lane here. In the meantime, of course, Dai can still get his experience. He's still doing fine. On the top lane, Enigma's level 4, Prepare for Battle is also level 4, 12 for 0 up on Prepare for Battle, and Enigma being on 15 for 2. Of course, with his Eidolons, he can last hit quite decently for himself and can get all those creep kills that he wants to. And of course, can also deny creeps to Prepare for Battle, as we do see him getting a Malefice, and he actually is gonna be in a bit of trouble here. But there's no more follow-up courier coming in actually, and that is gonna be Blur. He has to be careful though, because he can't feed his Eidolons to his to Prepare for Battle, because that will only feed him more last hits. And the Iron Shell, it can actually do that, but with those extra splits from the Eidolons, that will be delayed a bit more, as he has got Nino coming in as well. They want to go for this. There's a Malefice, Surge himself away. It is gonna be a slow steal, but the Surge is faster, and they can try to dive this with the Satire also helping out. Gonna be able to land another Shockwave soon if he wants to, but it's not gonna be doing that anymore, as the Nino is gonna be taking a lot of harassment here from this Iron Shell, but we'll be fine. In the meantime, on the mid lane, I'm still quite curious to see how this is gonna be ending up. I really love seeing a Shadow Shaman mid. It has been such a long time. Zap again! It's cool. I like the zap, I think. Way more electricity going through, but look at that harassment already on the Puck. And he can, of course, phase shift the zaps, in theory, but it's such an instant animation that it's very hard to dodge that.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And we have got a rotation coming off, at least looked like that. Puck picking up a double damage from it, going back towards the middle lane with it. And again, Fota, they started out good, but now they have to continue to make it count. They have to continue to get that as aggressive tri lane in their favor. So far, they're not really stopping Shoxka from gaining experience. He is not getting as much last hits as he probably would have wanted to, but still not doing all too bad. He's actually going for Blade Fury and stats, not picking up his healing ward, which you might expect if you're gonna see a lineup that's gonna be pushing fast. Fucking Matt, Telekinesis there, Rocket Barrage still there, jumps himself into the tower. Slow still there up on the Juggernaut, Fable going through as well, TP incoming from the Enigma. He's only level 5 though, and Disruption will try to make sure that nobody's gonna chase Fota from getting out of that place. And that's gonna be DD, having a TP used without really any use. Dream Coil crit, taking a lot of damage, turns Trip into a chicken, and will be going down afterwards though. Double damage rune, of course, helping out there.
Hibernate.
Strange time to hibernate indeed, especially since the Shadow Shaman is not a bear. Or a mouse? Do mice hibernate? I don't think so. Bears. Just bears. Oh well. In the meantime, prepare for battle being left alone, of course, as we have got the Enigma rotating, and he's still on the bottom lane, and he now has got a black hole, so he is level 6. Level 2 still up on the Shadow Demon. That's not going to be an easy one to defend, I would say, for Fota. But they do still have all those wards in the jungle, so they do still see people coming in, so it's not really going to be that big of a threat to Fota for now, as they still have Die farming 21 for 11, 25 for 11. There's the Blade Fury, but the slow is still there, and that is going to be Shokska going down. His team nowhere to be found. Enigma back to the top lane, as he may be trying to do something here against Prepare for Battle, as Prepare for Battle just picks up all the gold from the Eidolons. And yeah, fucking Matt was rotating towards the mid lane, that's why he wasn't there either. 5-1 now for Fota, as we have got Puck getting shackled. He can still, no, he cannot TP anymore to his own orb, and he goes down with a crit from Crit. Sure, I meant the Aether Shock from Crit. Electricity. Sharhan coming in as Darkseer goes down the top lane. Black Hole being used for that. No Omni Slash, just a Black Hole, and the push comes on the middle lane. The defense is there though, at least with the wards from the Venomancer, and also now also Shadow Demon coming in, level 3. Not sure how much he can do here. Shadow Shaman picks up the gold for this. Like normally when we see Shadow Shamans in a role like this, they pick up Blink Daggers and BKBs. Let's hope we can get that one. Because that's enjoyable to watch. It is indeed. As a Die able to push down a tier 2 tower, tier 1 rather, since there's nobody left here. As oh Shadow, what are you doing? Oh, he used his soul ring, that's it. And he's gonna be able to pick up another tower, DD. Now getting 2 towers on the map already, so pulling up that gold graph in their favor, after it was in favor, of course, for Fota for a while, with all those kills going their way. Experience graph is gonna be slightly in favor of DD, especially with the rotation out from Fota. They might be able to make those rotations count, though, by killing off a lot of people like the Enigma. So that is Prepare for Battle, picking up a kill. Second kill of the game for him, as he also was able to pick up the first blood. And Rubik now being forced back. In the meantime, Juggernaut kills himself off the Gyrocopter, using the Omni Slash for that as well. So that makes it trade again even though the trade would be slightly in favor of DD, since they were able to pick up the carry of Fota. And Fota themselves looking to be doing a push a bit on the top lane, perhaps. Gathering here with 3 people, and they're only up against level 4. Rubik is not that big of a threat. Tower is needing a lot to take down though, and as I said, I mean, those wards are nice for cleaning out the creep waves, but not too great for pushing towers, but we're gonna see them trying to do that anyway. And cleaning out the creep wave is of course still very important part of pushing down a tower anyway, but hello Enigma, and hello counter push, and bye push from Fota. Crit and the Nino, looking to clean out some jungles. He's got himself some mana boots and a double damage upon crit. Might be trying to go for the last tier 1 tower soon, with the wards up again. In the meantime, we have a smoke up for Fota. They have got themselves 3 people going towards the mid lane. Puck, we haven't really seen him leave his lane just yet, I believe. Only been in his mid lane mostly. Might now gonna go towards the rest of his team to help out. His team was gonna find these 2 in the jungle, and that's gonna be them going down. I would think. Oh, smoke up failed. They wanted to go for it too. The Gale actually misses, and there goes a ward. And Snare up on Prepare for Battle. Iron Shell doing a lot of damage to Crit, and Crit actually will take a fall, but not before he at least did as much as he could with his wards, with the double damage rune. We have got the Darkseer going down, as well as we now have the Rubik being telekinesing the Puck so that he can try to get away. Shokska still alive, gonna be finding Sanctuary at his tower. And Homing Missile still gonna hit, but I don't think Die is gonna be able to dive that 2 for 2. As the Shadow Demon died in that as well. Not too bad of a trade for DD, as of course Fota came there to surprise their opposing team. And they were the ones who were prepared, and you know, DD, they kinda came surprised. As we're gonna see Die taking a lot of damage, 3 seconds until the Omni Slash comes in, and that's gonna be like right about now, and that's gonna be, oh, Sharkon going down instead. But the Aether Shock from Crit coming in, cleaning up the Gyrocopter. So that's 2 extra kills on the board for DD, as they're now on even ground with Fota for kills. The one thing that we have to note though is that kills that happen later on in the game do mean more for your team than kills that happen early on in the game. And the kills that happen later on are all for DD, as we have got them now in favor of the gold graph. 2k gold, though it has to be said that they are also 2 towers in favor, and almost 3 if they can get this one as well. Experience graph, though, that's going to be spiking up in favor of DD after these kills, because that's the one that counts more for those kills, of course. As in terms of later kills mean more than early kills. It means more on experience graph. Anyway, let's see if they can take this, or if Fota can deny this. He's the shot going through. Tower goes down to the Shadow Shaman. Now Shoxka still going to be slowed by that Gale. Gonna have a cooldown in his face. Gonna have to try to get away. There's a Hex actually on Die. Can they turn this around? Are they gonna try even? I don't think they are. Fucking mad. It's gonna take a lot of harassment there. Lands a Fiend Script or lands a Fate Bolt. It's gonna still go down, but at least he does a lot already before he goes down. Jenka will be able to get away. Crit will be going down as well, though. And the Rubik, or at least the Venomancer, still goes down, so 2 for 1. But still Fota getting ahead of that one. Tower goes down though, Crit still picking that gold up. 1500 gold for him, as it looks like he is indeed going for that Blink Dagger.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Carrick up to 1k gold in his inventory. Here comes the Nino, level 6, making a show up on prepare for battle. A couple hits more away from dying, and he indeed goes down, and Nino picking him up. And the rest of Fota on the way out. Puck, no Malefice for him though, but maybe a Black Hole. Silence is there, no Black Hole for him. But the Black Hole is there for Enigma. Is he also gonna go for Blink Dagger first? Looks like it. Unless he rather wants to have a mechanism, but it looks like we now have 5 people of DD. This is the lineup that they might want to be seeing more of. This is the one that they wanted to go for, the push. See how far they can come. With Fota, of course, having a lot of counter push with them, might be able to do something, but it looks like they're still going to be losing this tier 2 tower. Wards being stolen, nice one to have if you're going to be pushing anyway. Every little bit helps. Tower will die, no deny. Gale misses. They're gonna go for this. Telekinesis Dream Call up on the Enigma. I don't think he's too sad about that. He's gonna go for Black Hole. Gets vacuumed out of the range though. And it's gonna be the Venomancer that goes down first. Prepare for battle. Gonna get slowed down. Gonna try to search himself out. The Impetus is gonna hit and kills him off because he was searched and he ran way too far from the Impetus. In the meantime, on the sidelines, we have got the Puck standing around. Gonna get an Omni Slash in his face. Actually, that was already used. Silence is there, and he will be able to orb himself up to the high ground. He will be able to be safe unless it's gonna be the Enigma that can do something. But he doesn't have a Blink Dagger just yet, so can't blink in a Malefice. Even though he probably would have wanted to, but can't do it. They still see if they can find the Puck, but he was able to get himself out. They do get the tower, though. Get the tower, get 2 kills, and get themselves a Blink Dagger upon Crit's Shadow Shaman. We're gonna see the tier 2 getting pushed out of the way. Blinking axe, and that's gonna be Puck already going down! Ha! So wow. I just realized something for myself. So I re-chat in between games, you know. That's something that I do. So and I saw someone saying, stop saying gonna and just say going. And then I was thinking, well, I don't say gonna all that much. And then I just listened to myself. It's like, wow. Wow. I say that quite a bit. I'm going to try to stop doing that less. Thank you to whoever pointed it out. Oh, I do say it a lot, I'm sorry. Gem of Truth side up, I'm fucking mad. As well, he's being a slight, well, he's just being a supporting hero. I hope that he's not gonna be the one to carry that though. See? Oh my god. As soon as you pay attention to that, you hear it everywhere. God, I wish I've never read the chat. I'm sorry. Oh god. Oh, this is gonna be terrible. Anyway, let's focus on the game. Going to be a bit more conscious about what I'm saying. DD coming in to the top lane. They are in favor by 10k gold. Blinking Hex, die. Is there a follow up? There's the surge away of the chicken. Dream Coil up on 4. The biggest Dream Coil in history of time. Gale still misses though, or flying in, only hits upon 1. Mechanism being used to just clean that damage out once more. And everybody of DD still sitting on max HP and mana again, with the healing ward helping out too, of course. This is a siege. There go the wards. 3 stacks of Shadow Poison up on Shokska, but I don't think he is too sad about that one. At least he doesn't seem to care.
Is under attack.
And that's gonna be the last tier 2 tower standing on the side of Fota.
Dire's top tower.
And there's no towers down yet on DD. So we know that the kill score is about even, but that tower score, that pushing power of DD is insane. And they are ahead now of 10k gold, experience graph going towards the 7.5k. And that was Iron Shell stolen by fucking Mad. Okay. Just do this. We have got ourselves Juggernaut picking up a Perseverance. Still thinking he's gonna go towards a Battle Fury. It's a bit late, some might say. But it would still be worth it. I mean, he is basically the only carry that DD is having. And he kind of needs his items and he's gonna get ganked. Or is he? Or is he? They're actually leaving him alone. Gonna go towards the mid lane, but nobody is there. Gale, fucking Mad. Wow, they really will like him. Omni Slash going through though. They might be able to turn this around. Prepare for battle. Prepare to die. And he's dead. And now the Venomans are getting slowed, getting impetus, and getting killed. Mega kill streak as we have from the side. Puck going down there as well. Boom. A kill for everybody. Enigma getting one. Nino getting one. Shoxka getting one. Just Crit not getting a kill, but I don't think he is too sad about that. And he's indeed going for a BKB. Has got himself ready. The Ogre Club wants to go for the Mentor Hammer and the Red Speed. And he only needs about 1670 gold until it's complete. Yay. And that will be Roshan for DD. In the meantime, did he actually die? I don't think so. Maybe he did. I think he did. He must have. Yeah, he died. So, with that Aegis, DD is going to probably try to push up the high ground, since they have got that failsafe. But it's not going to be an easy job. There's a lot of counter push with the vacuum, with the Iron Shell, with the wards. But just the threat of going to push into the base of their opponents is forcing Fota to just play so careful. They're all standing inside their own base. They're not farming, they're not getting anything done, and even though most of the gold difference comes from those towers going down on one side and not on the other side, if those towers going down will force Fota to sit in their base and wait to see what's coming from DD next, then that alone is already putting DD in such a big advantage.
Radiant's middle tower.
Invisibility rune for crit. And we have got 5 heroes gathering for both teams on the bottom lane. Shoxka has got his Omni Slash off cooldown again as well. Ether Shock. Gonna hit up on 3 Omni Slash. Doesn't get finished, or at least doesn't kill off anybody. Does get them low though. Surge up, prepare for battle, dead. Shackles. I'm not sure why he did a Dark Steel roll there, but I guess it was like something like his last hope, last breath, last dying breath, put up a wall. And shame on me for not showing this earlier, or at least the net worth. Normally I do that at level minute 10 or so, but apparently I suck. But yeah, it should be no surprise that DD is this far ahead. Fortification goes off, here comes the orb. Puck, silencing up, but doesn't silence the Enigma, and he goes down. Now die, gonna be able to try and get away, as we still see Sharkan putting up his Poison Nova, doing a lot of damage to the Enigma, who's trying to get away, takes himself a home missile to the face, but the Ether Shock forces the opponents away again. We still have the Rubik going down. And then Nino taking a lot of damage with that Soul Catcher up on her as well. Malefice up on Sharhan, but they can't chase it down. Tower still getting a lot of damage. Gale misses everybody, but the push is still there. And even without the Rubik, doesn't look like DD is going to be backing off for this one. Puck now back up again though. Of course, he was the first one to go down on Fota. And this might be giving DD and pause. Do they really want to go in 5-on-4? They have got that Battle Fury up on Shokska. They've also got the mechanism up on the Enigma, and he's got enough money to buy a Blink Dagger if he wants to. And they actually back off. Even though fucking man just came here, he died, then walked all the way back, and the moment he gets there, everybody else backs off. I know that feeling. I know that feeling, indeed I do. But again, Fota locked inside their own base unless they smoke up and try to make a change to this game. Try to make a difference. Try to turn the tides. Let's see who they're gonna try to find. Who they're going to try and catch out of position, because that's gonna be their goal, of course. Though we see the mini-map, we see that there's some nice coverage also, by the way, that I haven't mentioned yet for DD. And we also see that they can't be really finding anybody inside their own jungle, bar the Juggernaut, and he's not really the easiest target to get because, well, he can just turn everything around, feels like. No Blink Dagger for the Enigma, BKB instead. Figures he doesn't need initiation because Fota has already shut down enough to warrant him just running in and getting it. BKB up on die. Goldcraft still in favor, of course, of DD. Not really slowing down either. I mean, normally when all the towers are down, you will see a point when the Goldcraft evens out a bit again. But in a situation like this, where Fota is getting shut down that much, then they can't find anywhere to farm. So their farm will go down, even though they don't have any towers to defend. Does that make sense? Didn't make sense, but you know what I mean. And Fota, they could really profit from getting some of those towers on the side of DD, getting some of their more core items up. Blink Dagger up on the Puck was already there, of course, and Shokska saw Puck and decides to not waste any time, and yeah, TP's out. I don't blame him. Better safe than sorry. Five heroes of Fota inside their own jungle, finally getting some extra farm here. Mantasai will be the item, or Yasha at least first, will be the item for die first. But in the meantime, DD coming back towards the bottom lane. No 5 heroes just yet there, but it just depends on how fast Shokska can get there. He's got 3100 gold. Kind of curious to see if he's going to be going for an Aghanims. And of course he can't wait until buying that until he has the Aegis gone. Aegis, which will, by the way, be gone in half a minute. So if they want to use that, they're going to have to use it fast. And actually, that wasn't even half a minute. That was just right now. And that's going to be him buying something. He bought himself an ultimate orb. So it's not going to be a Aghanims. But rather something like a, probably something like a Mantasai to get rid of the silence. DD gonna come in, blink away already from the Puck. Doesn't want to stand here. Wards get placed, tower will drop, no fortification there for Fota. And they just want to go for the barracks next, or are they gonna try to force out a fight? Enigma's gonna take a home missile to the face. He does of course have a BKB. Ready and up. Omni slash. BKB gets turned on though, but look at that damage. Already so much. Nice hex up on the Puck. We have got Prepare for Battle already going down. Now it's going to be Puck that's going to be out of position for his team. BKB Black Hole still up on Die, who does go down. Puck still standing around because he could, but he can't do it much longer. And the last one alive is the Shadow Demon. And he is standing in his base. And that's going to be one set of racks going down. And the GG gets called. Fota, they can't stand here any longer. The pushing was too much. And DD, they just show complete dominance of the map. And therefore of the game. Fota, no space to farm, no space to do anything, and no space to fight either. No real initiation, no big team fight to come back on. And that is gonna be more points going the way of DD. 3 points for them. Is gonna have one more game for StarLadder Season 5 coming up in a moment. It will be Absolute Legends taking on Mouse Sports for another 3 points. The last 3 points on the table for StarLadder Season 5 Day 16. Tomorrow there will be actually 5 matches, by the way, and I do know that tomorrow's games will also be casted by Toby as well as the Beyond the Summit, so you can check those out as well. Tomorrow starts at 4 CET time, but first, Absolute Legends taking on Mouse Sports in the next game of StarLadder. Stick around for that. If you want to support me, you can do so by subscribing to my YouTube at youtube.com/SheeverGaming. You can also do that on Twitch TV/SheeverGaming and Twitter.com/SheeverGaming and Facebook.com/SheeverGaming. Like, follow, subscribe, etc. And you stick around for another game for StarLadder. Don't go anywhere.